I'm Madeline Kaufman, Executive Director of Heretic Opera, and I'm here with our composer and remote resident, Kenneth Froelich. Ken and I have just finished recording the orchestral sections of our opera, Valentine, soon to be produced, and I am in his lovely home, and we're just doing a follow-up interview to the one that we recorded about a year ago, which has been lost to the sands of time due to technology. We still have the copy, but we don't have any way to download it, so I think it's just a bit of plastic at this point.
And we have a guest in the interview. This is Sammy.
Oh, you're being friendly again. Hi.
Which I think it's appropriate to have a cat as part of the interview.
Very appropriate, considering we have 2.5 cats in the opera.
This is right.
Yes, 2.5 cats. Let's talk about our experiences. I know we're all a little dazed and exhausted and punchy at this point, but I'm really, really pleased with the recording, and I don't think we could have asked for a better group of musicians. I know your wife, Jennifer, actually played clarinet.
That's right. Yeah, did a wonderful job, and I felt like I was very, very fortunate to have such wonderful musicians to work with. Many of the musicians in the ensemble I had worked with in the past, but the entire ensemble is from Fresno, with the exception, of course, of the piano player, who is
our music director,
Doug Schneider from Portland, but everyone else here was from Fresno, and it was just a phenomenal group. I mean, the synergy that came out of the group and the sound that everyone got out of it was just amazing. So I was just so happy with how it all came out.
I'm very excited to take it to the singers in Portland and have them build on such an excellent foundation. One of the things that I was really excited about was the way it all came together. You know, it has character, it has snap and tone. It actually, you know, you listen to the music and you can actually get the story from the music. And I think that is, you know, something that is so generous to singers who often, you know, just sort of have to work with what they're given, which is the case here too. But here, I think, you know, you've given them something really special. How does it feel to have finished your first opera and to see it coming to fruition?
Well, it feels amazing, actually. I mean, it's when I first completed this last August, about a year ago, I finished the first draft of the full work, and you know, there was this tremendous sense of relief, of course, at the time. You know, like, oh my God, I'm done with it. But it really took a while to settle in and recognize, okay, what have I actually accomplished? And it took a long time between finishing the rough draft and returning to it to edit the more final version of the score. And when I had a final chance to return to the score, I realized how much of what I created I really enjoyed. If I needed that time away from it for a while to really gain perspective and see, okay, what do I actually have here? And once I returned to it and was able to kind of take a step back and see the score for what it was like, there's a lot of good music in here. I mean, I'm not trying to sound, you know,
no, but there's a lot of good. I mean, everyone.
I'm really happy with it.
Everyone, this entire process, like the only topic of, I mean, there have been a couple of other topics of conversation. Obviously, we had to record the thing and talk about creating the music. Yeah, but definitely a main topic of conversation was just how much we all loved the music and how wonderful it was. And I mean, that we just every day and none of us actually ever got sick of talking about that. We must have talked about it behind your back so that you wouldn't get, you know, weirded out. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait to share it. We're going to be probably releasing it in fall 2012. We'll actually be the first opera company to release an opera virtually so that it can be seen anywhere in the world, anyone, any time zone, anytime. So that's really exciting. But I'm also I feel so privileged to be able to be your first producer, to be the person who actually, you know, debuts Kenneth Froelich. And from my perspective, I think that that's going to be a big deal and a big feather in my cap 10 years from now. So, yeah.
Well, we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Excited to see where this all takes us.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say those things on, you know, recordings, but like I said, we're all really tired.
It's all good.
Yeah, so is there anything else you want to say? Part of the mission of Heretic Opera is, of course, to support young artists and young art students and help them think about promoting and producing their work themselves. Arts entrepreneurship, is a big deal for us. So
Yeah.
what would you say to a budding young composer?
I would definitely tell a young composer who perhaps has more of an entrepreneurial spirit to find creative projects to engage in, to find creative ways to really make themselves, not just another composer who's trying to, compose just, music, but really what is it about themselves that they can bring that's unique, that is, different, that hasn't been done before, and then find a way to make that happen. Because I think that usually if, you follow the tried and true paths, you're competing against everyone out there, thousands of other composers. But if you have, a unique vision, you have a unique project, you have something that hasn't been done before, then that gives you a leg up. And, since I have students who, need that entrepreneurial kind of idea behind them to go with, so I do encourage them on those paths. So that is what I would say.
And you just said it, and you said it well.
Mostly, I think I've looked at the words there, but better than not all of them.
Hey, it was a long day of editing.
Yes, it was.
It was. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And look forward to sending you vocal files very soon.
Yes, and thank you for having this happen. Thank you for the project, and thank you for allowing me to do all this from my home here in Fresno and my cat as well.
Yeah, your cat. This has been a wonderful project, and something we've all been joking about a bit is saying we'll always have Fresno. So thank you so much, Ken. We will always have Fresno.
Thank you as well.